Hey guys, Sam here from Sam's Review, and today I'll be doing a Sam solo review on the Disney Infinity 3.0 Star Wars Starter Pack for Wii U. Now, I was on the fence of whether I should get into collecting these Star Wars Disney Infinity figures, as I've never owned a previous version of Disney Infinity. But I got a gift card for a game store here in the UK, and I also had some points on my loyalty card. So when I went into the store, I noticed this was on sale. So when I added my loyalty points and my gift card to it, I ended up picking this up for about £6.03, and for that price it can go wrong. But anyway, let's have a look at the box. Here we've got some nice artwork of Anakin and Ahsoka from the Clone Wars TV show, which is an art style I think goes really well with Disney Infinity. Over here we've got Obi-Wan and Darth Maul riding pod racers, which I think is quite amusing. Over here we've got Princess Leia, R2-D2 and C-3PO, and up top we've got Yoda and Darth Vader. Here we've got a look at the two figures and the Twilight of the Republic playset that comes with it. To go into more detail in a minute, here is the side of what's included. So you've got the Anakin and Ahsoka figures, the display base, the game disc itself, the Twilight of the Republic playset, and web card. On the back here shows you that offline play is for 1 to 2 players and online play is for 3 to 4 players, and all of the controllers that it's compatible with on Wii U. We also have here Play in Their Galaxy in the playset, which has the Twilight of the Republic playset, which is based more on a Clone Wars TV show. And over here, Create Your Own World in the Toy Box, which is where you can use all of your other Disney Infinity figures and your Marvel figures. And over here it says that the play set is for 1 to 2 players and the toy box is for 1 to 4 players. Right, so let's open this up. Now, the only minor thing with Disney Infinity, which is a bit of a negative, but I kind of understand why they do it, is if you've got a previous version of Disney Infinity, say Disney Infinity 2.0 or the original Disney Infinity 1, if you wanted to use the Star Wars figures and playsets, you have to update your game disc, otherwise you can't play with them, which is a bit of an annoyance for some people, I'm sure. Anyway, when you get the packaging out, you've got the figure and the playset there, which I'll go into more detail in a minute. And here we have the game disc, which I'll look at. So this, like I said, if you've got previous versions, I believe you can buy this standalone. But this is what you need to update. You need to get the 3.0 game disc, and then you can play with all of the different versions. But this is basically, you've got the play sets, which are the stories and the actual Star Wars games, but they read off the disc, so that kind of activates the stories from the disc. So if you wanted to play the Star Wars stories, you need to get this disc in it. Put that over to one side. Then you get some instructions on how it all works, which will be handy for me later on because I've never played Disney Infinity before. And then we've got a precaution leaflet, which just tells you about electronics and be careful, and we all know that by now, but they have to put that in there. And then we've got the mat itself. So here it is. If you've got previous versions of Disney Infinity, you won't have to update this pad. You can still use your old pad, you just need to update the game disc. But anyway, your characters go on the 2 round bases here, and that's where your play sets go. Now, another reviewer who I watch has pointed out to me that this game base, the Wii U version, and it's the same as Sony PlayStation, are compatible with each other. I.e., if you've got Disney Infinity 4.0, the next game, on PlayStation 4, because it didn't come out on Wii U, you can use this base on the Sony PlayStation, and vice versa. But you cannot use this base on the Xbox. So any American company, this will not work with. I don't know why, but that's how it works. So it connects via USB, which is here, so that clicks in there. Now if I bring in Ahsoka, Anakin, and the Twilight of the Republic playset, which I'll bring up here. Your playset goes, like I said, on this section back here, and then your characters sit here. So you need this on to play the actual Twilight of the Republic game. So that goes there. Having said that, let's have a look at it. So here it's got a symbol, I guess, of the Republic, and then if you spin it around, I love the details on these things. They're quite interesting. Here we've got, which looks like to me, Darth Maul's lightsaber, or part of it, and Anakin's here. So that's the playset. I'll put that over here. Now, also in with the characters, you get a web code which you can use for the PC version, I believe, which I'm not going to show you, but there, with the code on the back, I can use these two characters in the PC version, but you get that. And then you get the characters themselves, which I'll just put out now. Trying not to break them. Okay. That's one, and that's two. Okay, so here we have Anakin, which I love his stance. He's got his scar over his eye, so this is obviously just before episode 3. But there we are, so he's got him in his stance. Yep, it's definitely after episode 2, because he's got his glove on to cover up his robotic arm. But there we've got him in a nice attack stance. So the detail on these things are great. I mean, if you just wanted to collect them just as little figurines, just to sit on your shelf or something, they look cool. Here he's in a desert setting, and Ahsoka's the same. All of the Twilight figures for the Twilight of the Republic playset all have the same base. So there we are, it's Anakin, which is nice. I've also got another version of Anakin, which is an exclusive, but I will show that in a separate video, which does something rather amazing. So this is Anakin, put him over there. And then the only way you can get Ahsoka is in this starter pack at the moment. Actually, no, tell a lie. You can also buy the Twilight of the Republic playset with Anakin and Ahsoka separately. I forgot about that. Apologies. So there is Ahsoka, and she's in a brilliant stance. I love the detail on her face and stuff. So got her twin lightsabers there. Spin her around. That's Ahsoka. And, you know, they're pretty hard. I'd be a bit careful maybe with younger children with the lightsabers, because they do move, but you might want to be careful. On the bottom there it says Star Wars Disney Infinity 3.0, and the same on Anakin. And that's it. So that was my look on the Star Wars Disney Infinity starter pack for Wii U. I've got plenty more Disney Infinity stuff coming up, Star Wars related, of course. I hope you've enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.